What you gonna say? Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe. All right, man.
Strong black women. Love it.
You want to interview him? You should say, yeah, you're press, you're media.
All the women, they strong. Like, what's their point?
I get that question a lot. A lot of people want to know why I paint women so much. I always tell them I'm always trying to admire my creatives, which are women. So that's why each painting is a different version of a woman. It's like a broken-hearted woman, it's like a loving woman, it's like a warrior woman, it's like a strong woman, it's like a pressed woman, a arrogant woman, queen. You know, so it's just all different versions of women, dance and stuff like that. So that's why it's women. I just want to give back to the women. So I feel like they need that.
It shows. Where can they find you?
I have my Instagram, patient_XO, I have my Facebook, Pedro Richards. Those are the only two sites.
Did you get it done here?
No. All my tattoos. I got done back home before. And I'm also a tattoo artist also.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm looking for a tattoo artist. All right. That's my favorite one.
This next song is just talks about our life on the road. So we want to give it to you how we know how. We just want to give it to you through our music. This year we've already done DC, Miami, Chicago, Houston already this year, Dallas already this year, San Fran already this year. And we have to finish up, we're going to do Miami again, and we're probably going to hit Chicago again. The reason why we do this showcase is actually not about myself or my partner, Tomei. We actually do this to give back to the artists. If you speak to a lot of them that we actually did a survey, and a lot of the times when they participate in shows, they're not the focal point of the show. It's them and it's somebody else, and the attention is not placed that way. Well, this is hard work, and it may not be hard work to you all, but to the people that put the work in, they're very passionate about it. So the reason why we put the showcase together is not only for you all to come enjoy the work, hear some good music and enjoy the good vibes, but also learn about different people, learn about the inspiration. And I'm almost 1,000% sure when one of you leave out of here, if you had a dream or if you're on the edge of doing something, I can assure you you're going to start probably tomorrow. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, and I left corporate probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I just turned 30 May 7th.
Hey!
So you actually can make a way for yourself, and you all are going to see what it's like, and you're going to hear stories of people that do their thing. We're going to speak to about 5 or 6 artists who are our featured artists of the evening. We actually broke a record. We have one of the youngest artists ever. Our record was 16. This year we have our youngest participant. She's a 13-year-old young lady. So, if you came in here and you were more concerned about yourself, please leave that at the door. It's about time to open up and meet people that you don't know. This isn't the place to be bougie. This is the place to let your hair down and relax and meet new people.
Right.
We just dealt with a huge tragedy, so if you guys are here acting crazy, you don't appreciate life. That's exactly what it tells you. Because a lot of you could have lost a lot of stuff. So to come in here and act any other way besides thankful, it would just be awkward. I'm actually going to start off with, we're going to interview one of the most, how can I put this? From what I know, and over time she's grown with us, the very first show we did, we had 7 people at the show. 7. And now you all look around, it's way more than 7 now. And that was a year ago. So we've been putting in a lot of work. And this young lady was one of the first artists to start with us. And she's done us a very huge favor this evening. She doesn't even know it, but I want to bring Miss Jaimie James, so she will come up, please. A round of applause for Jaimie. There's like 4 or 5 other artists here. This is what you all are going to be doing. So Diana, Ashley, this is what this is. And if you're going to be like successful, which all of you are, you should get used to speaking in crowds. That's what this part is about. So this is artist development. I want you all to learn how to speak in front of people and be able to articulate yourselves perfectly. Be able to get your message across. If you get up here and you can't, don't be discouraged. Practice. That's what this is about. So, without me running my mouth, I would like you all to meet. This is 2 years, 3 years, and I'm actually going to give her the floor a little bit. And we're going to do some back and forth. So, you all pay attention and enjoy yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jaimie James.
Strong they are. And a part of that, I had to express that. I had to capture that. I didn't care about it being perfect. I didn't care about if it was defined. I just had to express. I mean, I could have taken longer on it, but it was something I had to get out on canvas. So I expressed this, and it shows love. It shows unity. It shows heroism. And it's funny because I wasn't expecting to actually meet one of the heroes in this picture. And Deputy Johnson is actually here. He's the deputy right here saving the 2 children in the corner. I would definitely ask for him to step forward so you can share a little bit about your play. For being here, being part of this is amazing.
Well, I'm kind of nervous to begin with. Police officer nervous. Well, hello everybody, I'm Deputy Rick Johnson. It feels great to be able to speak in front of a room full of talented free thinkers. It's even more honored to be in front of you. Beautiful person who took an image from the internet and made it even more beautiful on this canvas. I guess I'm going to my thoughts on the whole image itself. I was out there in the trenches for days, didn't know nothing about social media and things like that until everybody started contacting me. It was rough, but when somebody was saying that there's a painting of you, I'm like, somebody took first time painting my ugly face. Okay?
Oh,
So
wow.
when I saw it first, I got all warm and bubbly inside, you know. A couple of things came to mind, you know. For one, the image, I don't know if everybody saw the image, probably it's been all over social media, but it took off the way it did and went viral for a couple of reasons. One, let's just face it, I'm a black man wearing a blue uniform, holding 2 white kids in a neon green raincoat. I mean, that's colors for you right there.
Yeah.
But I look at it from a different angle. A lot of people don't know I came from a life of servitude. The majority of my life I spent it helping other people. I ROTC in high school, military after that, and now law enforcement. So I say all that to say this, I became colorblind a long time ago. So when I look at the picture, I look at it and see a human being that's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to help 2 kids in need. That's the way I see it. Now,
Johnson.
I really can't say too much because of what I do. I'm limited as to what I can say. You guys have more power in speech than I do. But I will say this, this image came through at a wonderful time. The reason it did, if you paint the picture that I painted before and combine that with the fact that I did this out of self-exact, didn't even think of it. Left this house, went to the next house just doing what I was doing. Somebody took a picture during the moment. But it's a powerful image and it came during a time where the world, even outside of this region, needed that. Don't want to get too much into politics because I can't. But I'm trying to speak around a couple of issues here. Right now we have a political leader who it appears as if their agenda is to promote hate, separate, division, things of that nature. But with my career, I learned to analyze things and look at it from different angles, so bear with me and think about this for a second, just food for thought. What if that individual is not really as negative as we all think? What if he's just really pushing that agenda on us to make everybody think that that individual is really hateful? If you look at the results of all that, what he's doing, we all come together even more. We come together more and more. We got the NBA and the NFL hand in hand. We got all types of things going on. So what if it's just reverse psychology on a mass level? In the end of the day, the end game is to bring us all together. Like I said, that's just food for thought. I don't want to get into politics. But at the end of the day, let's go back to the image. It's beautiful. She painted a beautiful image. I'm loving it. I've gotten a lot of attention from this by just doing my job. Not out here trying to get anything extra from it, just doing my job. In the day, I got positivity from it. Images, paintings from all over the world. A lot of memes on the internet saying, I have an idea what to replace the statues with. But with that positivity came negativity. A lot of people don't realize it. Police officers get negativity every day. We brush it off our shoulders and keep it moving. But a lot of the things I was getting out of these pictures, even this one, look at this N-word, this porch monkey. You need to go somewhere and eat watermelon. Things of that nature. Y'all looking at this image and y'all seeing him saying we should give him a statue, but look at it for what it is. It's just another N-word that broke in somebody's house running off with 2 white kids. It's all, it bounce off me and keep moving. It's just laughing. So that said, I can't say what I want to say, but you guys can say it for me. I took some of those comments, put it on my Instagram, and I let the world speak for me. I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't going to take too much of your time, but I thank you all for coming out tonight. I mean, having me here. Wow. It's beautiful. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Hang on one second. So, thanks for taking on my speech, man. Thank you very much. Thank you as well, because you didn't have to do this. You could have him somewhere else and you told him thank you. This is what this event is about, and that's what I wanted to let everybody know. This man went viral by simply doing his job. These artists are just doing their job. These are the things that they love. May not be as serious as what's happening to them right here, but at the same time, on a relative level, they're just doing what they love. So for the Creative Canvas team and all the artists, I want to say thank you. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Brilliant James a round of applause as well. All right. What's up?
Hi.
color. So I like doing that, coloring, drawing, sketching. I have a sketchbook, and I started drawing because it's inspirational. I like how it looks, and I've seen a lot of pictures around here that I like and took pictures of and met people, and I think it's cool.
So I'm gonna ask the moms some questions as well, because you have your little phenom here, and I hear Pop paints as well. All right, so you got a family for the artists. Okay, you guys will make me some stuff, maybe? No? You're not gonna answer me? Okay, that means nothing free. All right, I'll pay for it. I get it. Mom, how's it feel? Like to be able, she has something that she likes to do at such a young age. I mean, I'm 30. I just found out I wanted to do like 5 years ago. So she beat me to it. So, you know, how does it feel for you to know what she wants to do, be able to support that?
She inspires me. He told me this would be brief. I'm very emotional because I'm so proud of her. But I just want to support her. And I just want her to have an outlet. And I want to make her dreams a reality.
That's simple enough. Round of applause.
Right. It's like all my money and I ain't got none.
Please give a round of applause for Ms. Ashley. Thank you. Pedro. Now my man Pedro, come up front, please. Pedro. Nope, not you right now? Okay, Janelle. No, it's cool. Give it a second. I'm going to bring Janelle up now. You go next. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Janelle as well. All right, welcome up here. A lot of artists have been giving me like this side eye. They like, well, you know, what's this about? They've never done this part before. So our situation will be slightly different, right? I want you to just explain how long you've been doing painting, why you do it, and then pass it back to me and ask you another set of questions, okay? So introduce yourself and just give me a little information about you, okay?
Hi everyone, my name is El Janelle. I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I'm from the 3rd Ward area. I grew up there my whole life, so my art is a reflection of me growing up in 3rd Ward, being a black woman in 3rd Ward, seeing my mom right there, and just seeing strong women in my life in 3rd Ward. I grew up drawing my entire life. I started painting when I was about 16 or 17, and then from there I just slowly grew. I went to college in Los Angeles. I didn't study art in college. It was kind of just doing art on the side on my own. I actually studied economics, and I got a degree in economics, and it wasn't until I came back home to Houston that I decided that art was something that I had to do. It was my true passion, and ever since then I've been doing shows around the city.
All right.
It's a very simple process. You're just going to introduce yourself to everybody that's staring at you, waiting to find out about you, all right? Afterwards, after you introduce yourself, just tell me a little bit about your process, how long you've been painting, things of that matter, okay? Help yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Pedro Richard. If you guys are wondering about the flag, I'm actually Haitian, born and raised. Thank you. All the Haitians in the house. Haitians. I see. Been in Houston for about 10 months now. Just recently moved out here. Was raised in New Orleans. Just moved out here for 10 months ago because of my job. The process of my painting, each piece is different. I'll start a piece and I won't finish it till like 3 months later and start something else. I strictly work off emotions, so it all depends on how I'm feeling or what's going on. So each piece that you guys see back there is different because of the different moods that I'm in. So this one took like 3 months, this one took like a day because I was mad. I don't know, I think Trump said something that day and I just did that. Painting for me was an outlet. It was either that or the streets. I actually didn't like painting. Never really care for going to class. I did tattoos and, was just hanging out. One of my homeboys told me about painting and stuff like that, so I always listen to him. So that's how it started, and I've been doing it ever since, and it's been a good outlet for me. I've been in the creative arts program and through arts and did different things all my life, but this is actually my first year doing the creative art thing. It's pretty cool. I like it. Social media, Haitian_XO, Facebook, Pedro Richard. I also have cards on me if anybody looking for cards and stuff like that. But that's not the only place you can find me.
Spiritual, soulful artist. Born and raised in Yoakum, Texas, as a small town country girl, I always had an interest in art, but I never pursued it as more than a passing passion. I eventually left my small town to pursue a degree in PR at UT. And during that time, I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to study abroad in Granada, Spain. During this time, I backpacked freely with very little money in my pocket and had the best time of my life. The energy and spirit of seeing new things with so much culture and history left me inspired and addicted to travel in art. To this day, I've traveled to 42 countries, my trophy in life. After going through some dark chapters, I rediscovered my passion for art and turned to painting as a therapeutic and creative outlet to express my feelings. Through my art, I hope to channel spiritual connections to the special people and places that I've encountered and will continue to encounter for the rest of my life. God bless.
All right.
And that's me, actually. That's just the charcoal mask that I took. I took this picture. Just a face mask. I don't have money to go and get all of this work done, but yeah, that's me, believe it or not. This piece is called The Light Worker. As you heard, Brionier, beautiful artist, in her story. So light workers exist everywhere. You know, you don't have to be told every day. You just show light to everyone, anyone. You might not get a trophy, you might not be recognized, but this is a light worker. And I've been blessed enough to have many people show up at the right times in my life when I was broke down, when I was going through dark chapters. Thank God. And the universe works, it works. All you have to do is believe in life, in positive energy. I mean, it's true. So that's what this piece is, and it's lightning, you know? Social media, you can find me, M.A. Reinhardt Art, but you can find me anywhere, really, because I paint from spirit, I paint from soul, so let me paint for you, you know? Whenever I go into a moment of painting, I have no idea I might see something, I have a photographic memory, I'm an empath. And that speaks volume. And for all the empaths out there, God bless you. Because you feel everyone and everything, and it's hard. So paint those feelings out. Let them go. You know? So yes, This is to all the empaths and the light workers. God bless you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
With all that being said, this young lady to my right is very, she's pro Houston. She loves Houston to her core. She was so happy that we brought this show here, and she was so happy that a lot of the artists were from Houston because she wanted to be a part of something that was truly about the city of Houston. So I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to pass because I'm sure she has something to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Diana.
Hi everyone. It sounds so different. I do not like my voice but I'm gonna get used to it. Thank you, Frank. Yes, I'm a proud Houstonian. I was born and raised here, so to me, I like to express my feelings, my stories, going down the street. Those are the things that I like to share with people through my paintings. Just where I was raised in Spring Branch, it's just one thing that I'm proud of where I lived at, all my friends, all my memories there. So definitely where I live is just where I want people to know the diversity, the unity, the love. There's so much artwork. I don't know how y'all realize that. Just to be able to look around and see the creativity in people, and I'm like, man, that's beautiful. So I'm glad that I'm part of that and proud of that as well. Pretty much, I share a lot of my things through Instagram, so that's mainly where I share all my work at. That's where I'm starting at. Y'all will see some pieces on the walls for Houston. I like to do graffiti.
Hey.
So I like that too. It's just, I like to freestyle, just be able to just express myself. Yeah. Oh, well, I have one thing too. Artists, y'all are amazing. Just seeing y'all's work really inspires me to do a lot more things. I get so used to getting caught up in my dungeon, my room, being there for hours and hours, and to be able to be out here and just hear y'all's compliments, the support, the encouragement. I'm a storyteller, so to be able to share my stories about my paintings is huge to me. Seeing y'all's expressions, I love that. I just like seeing the wow and the, man, how'd you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I'd be sitting in my room just like, okay, I got this, you know? But that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and thank you. This is amazing.
Thank you. Brooke, come holler at me, Brooke. This is my final one. I lied. The last one, don't worry about it. Come on down. Clap it up a little bit. Come on. Don't die on me yet. Don't die on me yet. It's the last one. I'm gonna let you up. There we go. I got you. Yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Brooke Valera. Thank you so much for having me. Really just talented individuals, and I'm just blessed to even be a part of this, to be honest. I would like to start off by saying some of the things or subjects that are in my art. And it's mostly nature, because I'm just so fascinated that God literally created all of this, and that touches me. And specifically for this painting, it's called Trust the Process. And I feel like this channels me 100% because it has nature in it, but it also has a deep meaning behind it to me as well, because in this phase of my life, when I painted this, let me go back. This started out as a photography piece, and I was actually at a lake, and it was like a spiritual retreat. And I was just by myself one morning, and I was just looking at the lake, and I was just like, wow, this is God, like literally. I don't even know what to say, so I took the picture, and after looking at it, I was just like, wow. So eventually I decided to paint that photography piece, and like I said, it's called Trust the Process. And with that, in life, we all go through different things. We all have our different stories, but we all have to remain focused, which is why it's looking this way. And continue to trust that process and just keep going, because you can't stop. I have a piece over there with a tree and a blood streak called Life is Short. So keep that in mind, because, you gotta trust your process, because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, So, just be thankful that we're here and use your gifts and talents because it's never too late. Yeah, it sounds cliche, but it's never too late. And use the gifts that God gave you.
Amen.
You can find me at Creative Flow BV. That's Flow without the O. I mean without the W. So I was trying to be extra, but
Just a little background information about who you all actually supported, because you all should know. My partner Tomei, he has worked for Revolt Television and ESPN plenty of times as a videographer. I am a men's stylist, and I've done plenty of work with GQ magazine, Stacey Adams, Johnson and Wells. I've made my runs in the fashion community, so that's really how a lot of us got going. And my mother is an entrepreneur, so I just sort of picked up once I got sick of waking up at 5 in the morning. For somebody else, I'd much rather wake up at 5 for myself. So, everybody in here, you came, you supported, you won, you know what I mean? And when you leave this place, get home safely. And if there's somebody you love, you should tell them that. Like, I lost 3 people real close to me in a week. One of them was a 29-year-old kid who hustles just as hard as me. I had talked to him earlier in the day, and about 6 o'clock that night, he was gone. So a lot of people say things, and you might take it for granted, but there is no promise, nothing's guaranteed, nothing. And so don't act like it's guaranteed, because it's not. Just because you think you're important, so his life is over with, it's over. So you better make your mind up on what you're gonna do now if you can, because there's no promise that you're gonna get a chance to. I'm Frank Bell. Thank you all for coming to the show. DJ, give him some music.